Okay guys, so I actually decided to do a sit down. Let me tell you, I'm moving out of this apartment while I'm eating. So okay guys, so like I said, I am going to do an empty apartment tour of my current apartment. Well, my apartment that I'm moving out of. So yeah, this is the entrance. When you first walk in, I'm not showing myself, y'all. I've been moving since like 9 o'clock this morning, and your girl's tired. Coat closet when you first enter. Laundry room. This apartment was not new, obviously, but it was super spacious, super cute, and yeah, really liked it here until I started having problems. But this is the kitchen, perfect for just me, myself, and I. Had tons, well not tons, but enough counter space, cabinet space for me. And what I needed, everything has been cleared out. Fridge, everything is clean and clear. So this is the front door. When you first come in, here is another closet. I use this as like my pantry / towel closet. I know that's crazy, but it worked. So that's there. Then you make a left, and this pretty nice size hallway that I actually enjoyed. I had like a whole setup here. It was super cute. First bathroom. I look a mess, so I'm not gonna show myself, but super cute. Both bathrooms look the same. And then it is dark, so you won't get the full view. These rooms don't have lights in them. But y'all, this room was very spacious. Like, look at that. I'm getting a call. Y'all, it's so dang spacious. This was the closet, a pretty nice size closet. It was a walk-in closet. Has 2 sides. And yeah. And when you exit out of this room, cutting off all the lights because this is my final walk. When I was that closet, look at how spacious my living room was. It's echo on here, but y'all, it was so dang spacious. I mean, it was huge. And I had it so cute in here. Every time people came over, they complimented my spot. So, yeah. This was my master. Also does not have lights. I had lamps and things. My room was really cute. Also very big. Now when you walk in here, the master bath. Try not to show that I look. And yeah. So this was a super nice size apartment. I had a standard closet in here, but it worked because I still had the other 2 closets. And then I had a patio, which I'll show y'all, but I ain't going to my clothes and stuff, so. Cute little patio situation. Yeah. This was Mikasa for a very, very short 6 months. I moved into this apartment back in April 2021. So April of this year. And it was fine, honestly. I'm not gonna say that I hated the place. Like, the apartment is nice, it's spacious. Bless me, thank me. And so I was fine, honestly, when I first moved in. No issues. No problems out of management, none of that. So anytime I would put in like a work order, which I didn't have to put in a lot, but when I first moved in, I did have to have them like change out a lock on the door, switch out my refrigerator, small things like that. Well, I don't know if that's small, but it wasn't an issue. When I needed it done, it got done.
And then I didn't really have any other work orders. I put in a work order in July, at the end of July, for a spot in my room, on the wall that looked like mold. The maintenance guy came and he was like, "That's not mold." And I'm like, "It looks like mold to me." I don't have a picture of the initial, like the July one. I wish I did. I only took a picture in the like app, the maintenance request app, and I can't download it. So yeah, but I do have a picture of the most recent situation, so I'll insert pictures of that. So he came, he like scraped the wall, like plastered it. That's what it's called. He used plaster to plaster over this spot that looked like mold. And then he came the next day and he painted it. So I let it go. I didn't read too much into it, which I should have, but it wasn't super bad. Like it was like I could tell, but it wasn't like what it looks like when I insert this next picture. So that happened in July. I put up curtains, I don't know, maybe mid-August. Me and my line sister put up curtains, and so where the spot was at, my curtain actually covered the spot. So the end of August, like the third week of August, I had another issue with this apartment. So the apartment is downtown, so we have our trash is like indoor, so we have like trash chutes and all that kind of thing. And so I would like, okay, my mind is like all over the place. I went out like on I want to say it was a Friday. I went out on a Friday. I came home at like maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So when I went to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, my apartment smelled normal. I came home, everything was normal. When I woke up that Saturday at like 9 o'clock or so, and let me back up. I woke up around like 6 and I didn't really smell anything. Like I just woke up and it felt normal. I went back to sleep. I woke back up right around 9. And so I'm noticing like something that smells like trash. I'm like, I know I didn't forget to take my trash out, but maybe I did. So I'm like, let me get up. So I came in the kitchen. Y'all, my trash can is empty. Brand new bag. Mind you, every time I take out trash out, I spray my trash can down with Lysol because I'm just that kind of a person. I don't know. That's just what I do. So a brand new bag, nothing is in here. I haven't even added trash to the trash can. So I'm like, it's not the trash can, y'all. I started walking throughout my apartment. I have a 2-bedroom. So I'm like looking in both rooms, looking at the bathroom, like, what the hell is this smell? So I'm like, maybe I'm tripping, y'all. I'm like, maybe I'm like imagining this. I don't want to say imagining because that sounds like very crazy, but when like there's no trash and this issue has never occurred at that point it had been April, May, June, July, 4.5, almost 5 months of me living here. I'm like, maybe I'm imagining this, maybe I'm overthinking it, I don't know. So y'all, I go back and lay down in my room. I'm on the phone with my line sister and I'm like, y'all, something smells like trash. I really want to eat. I don't know how people do mukbangs. I'm like, y'all, it smells like trash. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, it's like mildew or mold, or it smells like just a sewer system. That's what it sounds like. If you've ever like walked past like a sewage or lived in a city or anywhere that like the sewage is bad, like that's what it smelled like wet sewage, like sewage. Like sewage is very wet and it's stench. It's like a trash stench wet smell. I can, if you know, you know. And that's what this dang apartment smelled like for an entire like month, for a full month. That issue did not get resolved until the end of September. My entire apartment, mind you, every inch of this apartment, every inch. Imagine living like that. I had to like go above and beyond to even get answers about what the heck was going on. Like my management would keep giving different answers. Like there was really no, I felt like they were giving me the runaround instead of just saying, hey, the trash hasn't, eventually they did say like, we think it's the trash hasn't been taken out. And that's what it is. At first they tried to say it was the trash chute. My apartment is right near the trash chute, but y'all, the trash chute room didn't smell like my apartment. Like my apartment smelled like complete sewage and the trash chute didn't. So I knew it wasn't the trash chute. And I kept saying that. So y'all, I had to call code enforcements, the city of Atlanta. Y'all, I was writing emails, nice emails. And I say nice because they were as nice as, you know, I don't like to have to be like the bad guy, essentially. Like I don't want to have to, but when you are paying to stay somewhere, when you are, this is your home. If you know me and y'all are getting to know me, my home, my space, my apartment That is my like sanctuary. So when that is, you know, messed up due to this foul odor, mind you, I have brand new, everything in my apartment is brand new. So my couch, I'm like, odors seep into couches. Odors seep into curtains, odors seep into clothes, odors seep into anything that soaks up odors. So I'm like constantly every single day spraying down my curtains, spraying down my couch, spraying down my bed with like Febreze, trying to Lysol, like just trying to keep as much of the smell from from seeping into my items as possible, because all this ish is brand new. So anytime I needed to update y'all about what was going on, they would be like, we'll let you know. Y'all, do y'all think these people called to let me know? No, I had to constantly call down like, hey, just checking in to see if there's an update. Do y'all know when the trash is going to be taken out? So apparently my apartment is above, like, we have like 2 large dumpsters within the building. The one underneath my apartment or near my apartment, whatever the case may be, you can't actually access, but there's another one that I could access. So I don't know why I never thought to go to this one, because when I wasn't taking out trash, like I don't need to go over there. Like only time I have to go there is when I'm taking out like large boxes, because that's also where we put the large boxes. And something like, I had a empty box or something, and I went over there to take it, and y'all, I'm gonna insert the video. I'm like all over the place, but essentially this is the consensus of what happened. I'm gonna insert the video and y'all will see. This is not the one that's directly, this isn't like the other building that's a part of mine, but you know how apartment complexes will have 2 buildings or 3 buildings, but it's all the same apartment. So this is not directly the building that my apartment is in, but this is an example of like how much trash was just sitting, y'all, for weeks. If you know anything about sitting trash indoor, it creates, it's disgust, it's filth. Like trash does not need to sit. And so rats and anything could be in this trash. So when I saw that, I called them. Mind you, this was after they said the trash had come. That issue was rectified in September. Y'all, I waited this out. This foul odor, smell, breathing in only God knows what. I waited it out. Last week, the week before last, I am packing to go to Puerto Rico. Y'all, on a Saturday morning, I booked a flight to Puerto Rico for an entire week with my friends. We were leaving that Monday. So it was a Saturday I booked it. We were leaving a day later that Monday. Sunday, Monday. We were leaving that Monday. And when I went to pack, like I brought my suitcase out. I'm grabbing my laundry basket to do a little bit of laundry because I didn't have time to really shop. Literally, we were leaving Monday morning and this was Saturday morning. I had to go get a COVID test. I literally had to ensure that like those things were in order, like having my results back and everything first and foremost. So I went and got a COVID test that Saturday after I booked my flight and everything, y'all. So then Saturday night is when I saw the spot. That just scared the crap out of me. Saturday night is when I saw the spot. And I'll insert a picture of that. And I'm literally just like, this is enough. Enough is enough. There's only so much you can take, so much you want to deal with when it comes to your health. I could see if these were issues like not changing out the shower head or not changing out a light bulb or something like that. But when my health is constantly being put at risk, enough is enough. And when I call my mom and I show her that, she's like, that's it. Enough is enough. Like, there's no reason that you should constantly be having to. And then the thing is, y'all, I don't even want to go to these people anymore, because anytime I walk into the lease's office, like, you can tell that it's some animosity. And I know it's because of the situation with the smell. When I kept calling, I called code enforcement and all that. I'm sure that there's some kind of animosity with that. But which is fine. I would constantly tell them, I'm not upset with you, but you all need to ensure that something is being done, because you go home at 5:30. I'm the one who has to sit in this apartment with the smell. So I feel like when I had this mold situation come back around, because that's what it was mold, I had to even have to go to them to say like, hey, here's another issue. Like, they just have an attitude. And so I literally went in my leasing office. When I saw that, I literally told my mom, that's enough. I'm about to leave. Like, there's nothing left for me to do. This is an inconvenience for me to move. This is also an inconvenience for me to live here, because now it's in my bedroom. Now I don't even want to sleep in my bedroom, because mold might not have an effect on you right now, but long term, that's when things happen. And even when I call my renter's insurance people, and I'm like, what is the protocol? You know, what does my renter's insurance cover? Blah, blah. They were telling me my options as far as if I needed to stay in a hotel for a little while, or whatever the case may be. But that's just such an inconvenience for me to have to do that. Constantly have to uproot my life, or constantly having to leave my apartment because of a smell, because of mold, because of issues that have to do with my health. So at that point, I was just like, I'm out of here. Like, at this point, I went out of my lease. That's just what it is. And so fast forward, dealt with that. That was a whole issue. Making sure they understood, like, I'm not leaving. It's not an isolated event. It's consistently being inconvenienced living here. If this was like I've already mentioned, the shower head or something, that's one thing. But like, things dealing with your health, you do not need to play around with, because 5 years from now, when I'm not living here, if I'm having side effects from mold, that's the reality of that kind of situation. Do not play around with things like that. You might not be dealing with it now, but it could come back later. And to prevent all of that, I'm willing to leave. So that was a lot, but that's the story. That's the tea. That's how I ended up having to leave after 6 dang months, constantly dealing with issues that have to do with my health. And it's very much so annoying, frustrating, all of the above. Anything that you better safe than sorry. That's how I feel when it comes to my health. Y'all know how difficult it is when Black people complain of anything, like how much racism is within medicine. And so for me, it's better to be safe than sorry. And I know this probably seems very dramatic to some people, but it's just not. When you think about our healthcare system and how much racism is within it, it's just not okay to play around with your health, especially as a Black woman or a Black person. And so that's just the way that I look at the situation. And that's why I'm going so above and beyond. Even though moving is an inconvenience, to stay here is an even bigger inconvenience. So in the meantime, I've been sleeping on my couch, coming and going as I can, packing up things as I can. But I have to be out by this Sunday, or I have to be out by November 1st. That's when I told them I would be out by. And I have about 5 or so days. I still have class. I still have to prepare for work. I start my job on November 1st. I have to be out of here by November 1st. I still have class this week. I still have assignments due. I still have so many things going on in my car. All my friends gave me like such positive vibes when it happened, that I'm just like trying to remain positive. And they're like, whenever you constantly go through like hit after hit, that just means something, you know, positive is on the other side. So I'm really just trying to keep that in the front, the very front of my brain, because your girl is feeling the weight of the world, trying to keep up in life, trying to keep up with everything going on. And also like, yeah, it's just like things keep happening. I feel like I can't catch a break, which I don't want to say that, because my breakthrough is coming. Amen. But yeah, I'm just trying to remain positive, and I'm taking y'all along the way, just so when we are on the other side of this, y'all, we're gonna be like, yes, this is what it looks like to just, you know, stay down, stay focused, and do what you need to do in order to make it to the other side, because we all go through hard times. I'm sure some people are probably dealing with way worse things, and that's just what it is. But this is my current situation, and so I'm just trying to take things one day at a time. So yeah, that's pretty much my synopsis. I'm sorry if I'm like, my mind is jumbled. I really wasn't expecting to have to tell the story now, but I decided to do a mukbang style, and then I didn't eat a single thing. So could have really just waited till I was done eating, because now my fries are cold. But nevertheless, stay tuned. We are coming out with really good apartment content, really good. I also want to switch gears to like more like self-care type vibe and contents, because that's my whole, that keeps me sane, like just speaking positivity over my life and having positive vibes, or positive vibes, positive people who also speak, you know, positively over my life, and vice versa. So that is kind of how I'm just remaining positive. Even my mom said, like, when it happened, I'm so like, you've grown, you ain't cry yet. Y'all, I be crying. And not crying because like, oh, I'm crying. It's just because I get super overwhelmed and super emotional when like things happen where I feel like, why me, essentially. And you know, I'm just trying to remain positive. That's all I can do to keep from crying. You just remain positive. So yeah,